The Senate of the 36th Special Session of the Nevada Legislature will come to order. Please rise for the invocation by Senator Dina Neal and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, Father God, we shouldn't be tired before we even start from the weight of the selfishness of the powerful. Lift the weight and become the balm of Gilead for your people. We didn't agree to be muzzled. Our voices for the powerful. Father God, our government is at an inflection point. In Proverbs 2:6, you said you would judge those who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked. I pray for the government and the people who work in government. I pray for everyone who for 43 days were at the mercy of the government. Heal their hearts and restore their faith. Remind them that even in trouble, you are still the God who sees. Remind us that the oppressed can be freed in body, mind, and spirit, that the blind can be given sight like Saul, that the ones who don't believe in their own strength can be shown the mental journey and lessons of Moses, who found strength in consistent trouble. Teach us not to bow down before treacherous men. Teach us prayers to reveal people who operate in mendacity and to reveal their plans to do evil. Teach us that we cannot serve two masters. We only have one God. My prayer and hope before we start these days in session is to protect those who cannot defend themselves and the poor, correct the powerful, and show them who is the Lord, the same way you showed Nebuchadnezzar in the book of Daniel. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I request Mr. Brendan Busey to serve as a temporary Secretary of the Senate and Mr. Eric Colby to serve as a temporary Sergeant-at-Arms. The Secretary will call the roll.
Senator Buck. Here. Senator Cannizzaro. Here. Senator Cruz Crawford. Here. Senator Daley. Here. Senator Donyate. Here. Senator Dondera-Loop. Senator Ellison. Senator Flores. Senator Hansen. Here. Senator Krasner. Here. Senator Lang. Here. Senator Neal. Here. Senator Wynn. Here. Senator Orenshaw. Here. Senator Pacina. Senator Rogish. Here. Senator Scheibel. Senator Steinbeck. Here. Senator Stone. Here. Senator Taylor. Senator Titus.
Let the record reflect there are 20 senators present. Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please mark Senator Scheibel present when she arrives.
Thank you. Mr. Sergeant-at-Arms.
President, the delegation for the at the bar of the Senate.
Thank you. Good morning, Assembly members Torres, Fawcett, Watts, and Hansen. Welcome to the Senate.
President, the Assembly is back again, and we are organized and ready for business and can't wait to get started.
That is wonderful. We look forward to working with you and the entire membership of the Assembly.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Senator Titus, you have opening remarks.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. And I just want to thank everybody for being here today, especially the staff and all the members of this body who has put their lives on hold so that we can do the work of our state. I just want to have a comment to make that it's been very disturbing to me prior to entering these chambers, and hopefully it will stop. I am sure that none of you are surprised that the lobbyists have not been banging on my door to see which way I'm going to vote on some of these bills because I've been very vocal about them. However, I have heard from other elected officials that the lobbyists have been truly coming after them. And I think lobbyists are essential to the process of representative government, but I'm opposed, and I'm not opposed to them doing their job and earning a living. But some of the intimidation that I've heard about is frankly very frustrating. So I want to say to them and to this body that I recognize that we are the ones elected. We are the ones that have canvassed the voters, met with our families, and we're here to do what we feel is right for the state of Nevada, regardless of what your position is. And none of us should be bullying to that event. So please, just remember that we are here trying to do the right thing. And my final comment is going to be a quote that's attributed to James Freeman Clark. And the statement is, and I believe this truly about all of us, a politician thinks of the next election, a statesman of the next generation. So I look forward to serving this special session with each and every one of you, all of my fellow statesmen and statesladies. Thank you.
Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I want to thank my colleague, the Minority Leader, for being here and for always being a gracious partner in the work that we do here in this chamber, and that I appreciate our relationship. Again, want to thank all of our amazing staff who, as always, make sure that we are able to do the job that the people who elected us to serve in this position have asked us to do. I think from time to time, there are moments where we find ourselves in this building outside of a regular session in a special session. And there are always things that I think need our attention because there are problems that people need to solve. There are things that we have to figure out the right thing to do. And sometimes it requires for the state to act, especially where there may be inaction at a federal level, for us to protect the people that have placed their faith in us. And so I am hopeful that we will find some solutions for Nevadans, for families who are looking for ways in which to feed their children, for families who are looking for ways in which to continue to maintain employment and to have the promise of everything that we want for the state of Nevada, for kids who are relying on us to make sure that they are safe in their communities, and for every single business and entity and person in this state to find the hope that I think exists in this beautiful state that I have called home from the day that I was born. I hope that we can work together to move expeditiously and to make sure that we do the business that we have been assigned here to do and to have good dialogue and respectful conversation. I know that we are capable of that, and I appreciate every single one of my colleagues for being here today, and just thank you to all of you, and may we have a very speedy and helpful special session.
Thank you. Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move that the organization of the Senate of the 83rd regular session of the Nevada Legislature be designated as the organization of the Senate for the 36th special session of the Nevada Legislature.
You heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Secretary of the Senate be instructed to insert the 36th special session organization into the Journal of the Senate.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. I will now appoint Senators Cruz Crawford, Pazina, and Rogich to notify the Assembly that the Senate is organized and ready for business. I will also appoint Senators Wynn, Daley, and Steinbeck to notify the Governor that the Senate is organized and ready for business. Will the committees please attend to their assignment? Senator Cannizzaro, would you like to confirm the members of the news media at this time?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I would move that the news media personnel listed on your desk be accepted and accredited as members of the press, and that they be allowed use of the appropriate media facilities in the legislative building.
You heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We will now go into recess. The Senate will come to order. Senator Cruz Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your appointed committee has informed the Assembly that the Senate is organized and ready for expedited business.
Thank you. Senator Nguyen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your appointed committee has also informed Governor Lombardo that the Senate is organized and ready for business.
Thank you. We'll now go to order of business 5, messages from the governor.
Office of the Governor, November 12, 2025. The Honorable Nicole Canizaro, Senate Majority Leader, Nevada State Senate, 401 South Carson Street, Carson City, Nevada, 89701. To the Honorable Members of the Nevada State Senate, the state of Nevada and its citizens continue to demonstrate resilience in the face of significant challenges. Over the past several months, Nevada has weathered both a major cyber attack and the impacts of a federal government shutdown. Though the state is poised to emerge stronger after overcoming these hurdles, it is clear that new laws are needed to help Nevada respond more effectively to similar crises in the future. Moreover, given all that has transpired since June, certain issues from prior legislative sessions warrant renewed attention, as do several appropriations requiring further review. Nevadans urgently need thoughtful, effective laws that enhance public safety, expand access to quality health care, create good-paying jobs, strengthen the state's cybersecurity infrastructure, and establish emergency safeguards for families in need during times of crisis. Additionally, it is essential to address and correct the unintended consequences of prior legislation to ensure that state policies continue to serve the best interests of all Nevadans. Article 5, Section 9, Subsection 1 of the Nevada Constitution authorizes the governor to convene a special session of the Nevada State Legislature by proclamation on extraordinary occasions. Accordingly, I have issued such a proclamation calling the legislature into special session and identifying specific matters for its consideration. Best wishes in your deliberations. Respectfully submitted, Joe Lombardo, Governor of Nevada. End of letter.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to that the Secretary dispense with the reading of the governor's proclamation.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would also move that the Secretary be instructed to insert the governor's proclamation into the Journal of the Senate.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Order of business 9, motions, resolutions, and notices.
Senate Resolution 1, introduced by Senators Canizaro and Titus, adopts the rules of the Senate for the 36th special session of the Nevada Legislature. End of resolution.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to adopt Senate Resolution Number 1.
You've heard the motion. Are there any remarks? Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Resolution Number 1 contains the Senate standing rules for the 36th special session. These rules are identical to the rules used in previous special sessions, with one change. Senate Rule Number 37 is amended to increase in number from 5 to 10 the numbers of measures which the Majority Leader may request for introduction without seeking the approval of the Senate in order to facilitate the quantity of legislation being considered during this special session under the Governor's proclamation.
Any further remarks? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion is carried. The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2, introduced by Senators Canizaro and Titus, provides that no allowances will be paid for the 36th special session of the Nevada Legislature for periodical, stamp, stationery, or communications. End of resolution.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to adopt Senate Resolution Number 2.
You've heard the motion. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Resolution Number 2 provides that no allowances will be paid to members for periodicals, stamps, and stationery or communications during the 36th special session.
Any further remarks? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 3, introduced by Senators Canizaro and Titus, recognizes the appointment of the Senate staff. End of resolution.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to adopt Senate Resolution Number 3.
You've heard the motion. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. As always, we are incredibly grateful and lucky to have such wonderful and talented staff to assist us in making sure that we get through these sessions seamlessly, and this is the appointment of our amazing staff.
Any further remarks? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We'll now proceed to order of business 6, messages from the Assembly.
To the Honorable the Senate, I have the honor to inform your honorable body that the Assembly on this day adopted Assembly Concurrent Resolutions numbers 1, 2, and 3, signed Jason Hadaway, Assistant Chief Clerk of the Assembly. End of messages.
Now go to order of business 9, motions, resolutions, and notices.
Assembly Concurrent Resolution number 1, introduced by the Assembly Committee on Legislative Operations and Elections, adopts the joint rules of the Senate and Assembly for the 36th special session of the Nevada Legislature. End of resolution.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to adopt Assembly Concurrent Resolution number 1.
You've heard the motion. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Assembly Concurrent Resolution number 1 contains the joint standing rules for the 36th special session. These rules are identical to the rules used in previous special sessions with 2 changes. First, joint standing rule number 5 is amended to remove a reference to the speaker announcing an intent to sign an enrolled bill before signature to correspond with the elimination of this procedure during the previous regular session. And second, joint standing rule number 13 is added to reflect the quantity of legislation being considered during this special session by allowing for bills to be pre-filed and available for us to hear on the first day of session without requiring committee introductions. This rule was added to allow us to more efficiently use our time during this special session.
Are there any further remarks? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The resolution is adopted and order transmitted to the Assembly. We are now back on order of business 9. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that for the remainder of the 36th special session, the Secretary read all bills and resolutions by number, sponsor, and summary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that for the remainder of the 36th special session, the reading of the journal be dispensed with, and the President and Secretary be authorized to make any necessary corrections and additions.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pursuant to Senate Standing Rule, Senate Rule number 16.5, I have appointed the following committees to serve for the duration of the 36th special session. The first named member of each committee is Chair. For the Committee on Health and Wellness, Senators Doñate, Lang, Taylor, Cruz Crawford, Buck, and Stone. For the Committee on Jobs and Economy, Senators Dondero Loop, Canizaro, Neal, Daly, Wynn, Titus, Rogich, and Steinbeck. And for the Committee on Public Safety and Security, Senators Scheibel, Flores, Orenshaw, Pazina, Hansen, Krasner, and Ellison.
Order of business 10, introduction, first reading, and reference.
Senate Bill 1, introduced by the Senate Committee on Public Safety and Security, revises provisions governing the short-term lease of a passenger car. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to refer Senate Bill number 1 to the Committee on Public Safety and Security.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 2, introduced by the Senate Committee on Public Safety and Security, revises provisions relating to legislative affairs. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to refer Senate Bill number 2 to the Committee on Public Safety and Security.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 3, introduced by the Senate Committee on Health and Wellness, revises provisions relating to public assistance. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to refer Senate Bill number 3 to the Committee on Health and Wellness.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 4, introduced by the Senate Committee on Jobs and Economy, revises provisions relating to state financial administration. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to refer Senate Bill number 4 to the Committee on Jobs and Economy.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, so ordered.
Senate Bill 5, introduced by the Senate Committee on Health and Wellness, makes revisions relating to health care. End of bill.
Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move to refer Senate Bill number 5 to the Committee on Health and Wellness.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, so ordered. Order of business 16, remarks on the floor. Senator Canizaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do intend to have our committees begin their work shortly here. And so with that, Mr. President, I would move that the Senate stand in recess until the call of the chair.
Very good. We are in recess.
Mr. President, do we have a room assignments where we might be meeting?
And for members who are here, there are agendas that are being posted with room assignments, and I would ask that you consult the respective agendas for your committee, for your room assignment and beginning time.
Okay, we're in recess.